The Super Glide glitch has been making an immense amount of changes to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet speedruns. And it's to the point where it's almost completely different from the glitchless route. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys everything we've discovered since finding the glitch. Let's start from the very beginning of the game where we pick our starter Pokemon and get introduced to the main cast of characters. Once we've made it to the school, we're finally set free and can rush Flamigo to obliterate every fight in the game once we've obtained enough EXP candies to reach enough levels depending on the category. Because as of this video, 2 categories have managed to achieve a time good enough to surpass the glitchless route: Path of Legends and the Treasure Hunt category. Path of Legends is a single story speedrun category where the goal is to defeat every single Titan in the game one after another, ending with the final fight versus Arven. Whereas Treasure Hunt is basically any percent, but you cut off the beginning tutorial bits before the school and the end bits inside of Area 0. So how did these categories finally do it, you might ask? By doing everything in a completely different order. Originally, I had developed an any percent speedrun route that did things very similarly to glitchless, but only added a few extra super glides to save time on travel that I knew was long enough to warrant a glitch. But longtime Pokemon speedrunner New Amber applied this glitch in a way more effective way. She started off her treasure hunt speedrun by catching Flamigo, then rushing straight towards Cloth to get the power to speed boost her on her bike. Cloth's speed boost is without a doubt the fastest method of travel besides the super glide glitch, and this boost easily got Amber all the way to the Ice and Ghost Gym for a majority of the EXP candies, followed by a trip to Earthworm the Steel Titan for the high jump power, and a direct path through the Electric and Grass Gym. This is also the path glitchless speedruns would do before rushing gyms, starting with Larry in the normal gym. But Glitched did this instead. By rushing the Ground Titan after 2 gyms, we'll be in the perfect position to use the Ice Gym as our home base to super glide everywhere that glitchless can't. So to cover the glitch in detail, let's start with my favorite movement, the super glide to the False Dragon Titan. The movement to the False Dragon Titan starts by super gliding to the Sky Titan and defeating them. Once the Sky Titan is obliterated, we'll use this heightened position from the mountain to super glide above the water and normal gym in order to mark them as a fly point for later. But we're not done just yet. Since we're still in the air, it's possible to keep gliding directly to the Dragon Titan, making the rough trip to each of these locations a thing of the past. Just like it might be possible that you're enjoying the video enough to consider subscribing to the channel for more Pokemon speedrunning content. And maybe check out discord.gg/PulseEffects, where you can get notifications on when I'm live streaming speedruns or when I post a video like this one. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet glitch speedruns don't stop at the treasure hunt category, because as I mentioned before, there was a new world record set in the Path of Legends category, and it was set by me. At first, I was beginning to become skeptical of it even being faster for any category, but after seeing Amber put in some work into an insane new route, I developed one myself. Normally, a Path of Legends or All Titan speedrun goes in the following order. We started off by going to Claw for boost, Earthworm for high jump, Bombardier for swimming, Great Tusk for gliding, and then finally Dondozo for climbing. But I went about things very differently. As per usual, I started off with Claw for the boost. But instead of going to Worm directly, I decided to delay it like we do in any percent while grabbing as many candies as possible on the Ice Mountain. This helped me reach levels of up to 60 immediately after I used the wrong warp to get closer to the Ground Titan. With acrobatics in my move pool, both phases of the Ground Titan fight are free, but unfortunately this travel to the Ground Titan takes a whopping 14 minutes to get there, so I had to find a way to make that time back up. And boy, did I find something crazy. Normally, you'd be stopped by Arven if you get too close to a Titan's area. And this call from Arven is what causes the wrong warp if you try to super glide too close to the Titan. But as it turns out, if you get enough speed to deload the area, you can save a ton of time from having to travel to the Titan on foot. This ends up saving an entire minute if you can get close enough to both Bombardier and Earthworm. And to add on to this, Earthworm acts like it's already been hit and rushes to where it'll battle you instantly if you get this trick just right. So with this new route developed, a really cracked Flamigo, and all the time saved from traveling at light speed to Earthworm, Bombardier, and Dondozo, I managed to squeeze out my first ever Scarlet and Violet world record by 30 seconds. And it's a run I'm really proud of, as I played out of my mind not hitting a single encounter along the way. But even with all that said, there's still time saved to be had, because this run was performed before I figured out faster setups for gliding and faster ways to start Bombardier and the Earthworm fights. This means that times below even 52 minutes might be possible, and you better believe I'm gonna be pushing for it. So if you want to see when that happens, subscribe to my channel and I'll fill you in on all your Pokemon speedrunning needs.